There's a book called P that tells you exactly what is happening in society today. If you've never read it, I highly recommend it. I will put it right here so you guys can see what it's about. It is about the suppression of free speech through censorship. And it is a great book. I discovered this book when I had my spiritual awakening. This was back in 2017. I was meditating and the letters P were popping up everywhere. I was like, oh, as a numerologist, I wanted to see more behind P. And eventually it led me to this book called P. And the book itself is just about that, censorship. And without giving too much away about the book, there is a regime and they are censoring everybody, and every day a new letter falls off the statue. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Every day a letter falls off, and every day that letter is banned. You can no longer use that letter in your writing. You can no longer say those letters, use those words. If you do, there is a tremendous consequences for using those words, whether it's you go to jail or you get banned or whatever. And it's kind of reminds you of what's happening now in society. And it's interesting because when I got on TikTok, I immediately remembered that book. I was like, whoa, this is P right now. It's happening. And the fact that you can't say words like unalive or grape or suicide or anything like that without getting a strike or without getting banned it just tells you exactly how much of the free speech is limited here. And in the book, every day they take away another word, another letter, which limits their freedom of speech. They can no longer speak. They are suppressed. Their communication is suppressed. Eventually, the characters fight back and they get their words back. And I feel like that's what's going to happen with the world. We will be able to get our words back. There will be an app where we can have freedom of speech. Yes, freedom of speech, not freedom of consequence. Like people will still have consequences for the words that they say and their actions, but they'll be able to say them. Yeah, and so I just thought it was interesting. I highly recommend that book. I will put a little image of it here so you guys can find it, and we'll have a little book club. You guys can come back and talk about it. But it's definitely a great book, and it really tells you, it's almost like cognitive dissonance. Like even when presented with truth, people will not believe something, even if it's happening right in front of their face. So yeah, highly recommend this book.